very, very quickly, and then kept the ball tight and doing pick and go, and eventually coming out winners. Next game coming up, this will be interesting. Mwamba versus Impala. Mwamba already have 2 wins. I think they've qualified for the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm joined here by Walter Ongeri. Impala have to win this one. The biggest upset today, seed number 3 coming from Driftwood, losing to Mwamba, who were 16th seed, were they?
Yes.
That's what you get for 7s. You can argue there was no Akesa in Cabras, with a couple of players missing. But Mwamba had a good account of themselves. And in the quarterfinals, Mwamba, they'll be very confident on this one as they take on the Gazelles from Impala.
Yes, they'll be confident, just like the crowd is confident. The revelers have come out in numbers. There you can see the KCB fans. That is Shemo Baigwa. Just dancing to the tunes behind the scenes.
I think you mean he looks like Shemo Baigwa.
Yes. Kick-off time here.
Backwards.
That is Impala with possession. Impala on the attack.
Tackle.
Quickly shifting the ball back into the midfield. Matoka kicks the grabber, chases. Referee says no infringement there. And that is play on for Mwamba. Mwamba RFC looking to turn defense into attack. That's a knock-on advantage there. Tackle is completed there. Liakim needs to release. That's an advantage. Long advantage there for Impala. That's a knock-on advantage. Referee pulls play back. That's an infringement there. Well, Impala haven't settled. Mwamba haven't settled either.
Good. Yeah, I think there's an opportunity there for Matoka. Matoka had a man on the outside, chose to kick. To be fair to him, he has got a try by kicking. I think he should have, if he looked up, he would have realized there was a sweeper there. And perhaps could have shifted the ball out and then play from there. But they still have an opportunity here, Impala.
Yeah, it's a scrum down there for Gideon Makumi to feed. Gideon Makumi comes round the open side, looping. Gideon Makumi handing the ball to Matoka. Matoka is tackled. Kinyari. Ball is passed backwards. Gideon Makumi goes a 360 turn. There goes Impala on the attack. Impala, player isolated, ball is lost forward. And a player playing the ball, holding on the ground, is the call by the center referee. Kalista Simiu was isolated there.
I think if he just placed the ball down just under his torso there and got up, I think he would have had an opportunity. I think the referee would have given an opportunity to play that ball, but instead he tried to release it while Mwamba contesting.
You okay with that? Okay, good. Here.
That is a line-out feed. Mwamba RFC, the penalty kick, getting into touch. Taking 5 meters in. Mwamba looking to score fast, to continue that winning streak. Brand Tugi, it's an advantage, a high tackle advantage. Recycled Jambo Eliakim.
Mwamba really good width here, Walter. Really good width from Mwamba, and setting the ball, letting the ball do the work. I think that was Matoka was being penalized for that high tackle.
Norman Nandambi goes over for the opening try. It is try time. Mwamba take the lead. That is an important score. The first score of the game. Mwamba kept possession. Asked questions there. Eliakim offloading it to Norman. Norman had a clean pair of heels, and that is the first try of the game.
Norman still had a man on the outside. They're playing 5-5 here in terms of width, Walter, and the passes are really crisp passes. And sometimes that's the difference. If the pass goes right ahead of the man runs into the pass, then it allows the team to go forward and makes life really difficult for the defense. So Mwamba here with some good service rugby. And again, when the pass stick, it makes it very difficult for the defense. Some good service rugby there from Mwamba.
That is front foot rugby as you just described it. Nyangige, Dahmish, and go. Nyangige is quite an interesting customer. And he has a pass, that's a forward pass. Right in front of our angle, our sitting area. You could see that directly.
That looked for, I think, was it to Makia or Makumi?
No, it was sent to Makumi. But speaking about Nyangige is quite a good halfback.
He is a good halfback. I think it was in the Kenya setup before. That tackle was fine. I think it was fine, that tackle, right on the pass there.
I think he just landed, or he just exposed the rib
yes,
area.
He just, as he released that pass, I think was ready to commit to the defender. The tackle seems fine to me.
That's the risk you run, Oscar. You commit so much, you run so much into the face of the oncoming defender. You run the risk of those tackles that probably most of the time are not finished.
Yes, and when you say sometimes the support play should also look at the running line. So like Brian Blake there from
this one was not late.
That was Nyangige.
Yeah, Nyangige was a good line break. Support play stayed out wide, meaning there were defenders in between, and Mwamba did very well to get in between the sort of the eye line of the of Nyangumi there. So he had to commit all the way to see his teammates. For him to see Makumi, he had to go all the way to the tackle and then release and pass, and that's the risk he got there for. I'm sure if Makumi scored that time, he would have binded that tackle. But I think if some of the support players could have changed their line of support, maybe he wouldn't have had to go that far.
Well, that's a forward pass there, scrum in favor of Mwamba. Jambo feeding. The scrum backpedaling. That's a penalty. Knock on offside.
There's a good scrum there from Impala. They did well there to recover. They themselves have asked for a scrum. Perhaps they feel more confident that they are strong enough to take on Mwamba.
Yes, perhaps that is what they mean, because they've been shoving them at scrum time. So it's a good platform. Have the forwards moving forward and then have the backs not under pressure as they receive this ball. Now that's clean ball. Gideon Makumi going the open side, flinging it out wide to Timothy Makia, who shrugs the first and the arriving defender, and that is lost forward.
Walter, you know, I really have a hard time accepting that the ball can go to the end and then the player loses possession. Makia did very well there to get rid of his first defender. He was dealing now with the cover defense. All he needed to do perhaps is step back in, but he really pushed the line there to the edge and then lost possession. Now Mwamba have possession here. They're passing very well, Mwamba. As I say that, there's a missed pass there.
It's a commentator's curse. But they do retrieve the possession. Broken pieces here, but Mwamba have to leave off what comes their way. Diala to Jambo. Quick customer here. Looks at the last defender, goes round. That is Jambo, ladies and gentlemen. Eugene Jambo. Try time, Mwamba.
Really good step there. Show and go there by Eugene. Remember, came off the scrum. He did show that the defense was there, but there's no replacement for pace, Walter.
A bit disappointing there. The last man couldn't make that last-ditch tackle.
I think Nyangige could have stepped up, perhaps put pressure on Eugene Jambo. He waited for him there, and of course, then, by doing that, allowed Eugene to make a decision. Sometimes you can kill that space, they say in defense. If the sweeper can step up, kill the space, it forces a decision from the ball carrier or the person who's broken the line, either to kick or make a decision, whatever the decision, and then perhaps you may get an opportunity. But Nyangige just waited for him at the back there, which allowed him to make it. Then Eugene had the entire make a decision, and eventually he decided to do a good step and went to the corner. Doesn't matter where you score the try, as long as it's a try.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you score the try. Going high with the restart is Dennis, Derek, and company asked to attack from deep. Counter coming through. Referee had made it very clear, no hands. That is coming in through the side entry. Now that is Impala asked to do the heavy lifting and claw back that deficit.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's just 2 scores. If you can get a try here, they go into the half, perhaps with some hope. As they choose to kick it out for a line out. I'm sure Mwamba will give it everything here with Eliakim trying to put some line on defense, put some pressure on this line out. All they have to do is get the ball, Mwamba. With the buzzer gone, I'm sure they're motivated to just get the ball and then kick it out, go into the lead.
There is a good contest in the line out. Nyangige, another flinging pass. It looks too good to be true, and that is why probably the winger has knocked it on. I can see the frustration in Oscar's face here. Well, that is the halftime. Last-ditch action. Mwamba RFC going into the halftime break 10. Impala 0.
Walter.
Coming your way, David Nyangige with ball in hand. Had a mixed reaction in that first half. David Nyangige had to require medical attention. This second half, Impala have to score fast. That really is the only lifeline that they have.
Yeah, you would expect that, but like I said, Mwamba have like really crispy passes. I'm really impressed with Mwamba here, with how they're moving the ball. I'm not surprised, to be fair, considering who the coach is. But they do take some risk, Mwamba, playing in their own 22, and the risk there didn't pay off. That knock on there.
Yeah, it's a high-risk, high-reward game. And in this instance, you can see Gideon Makumi requiring medical attention. Impala, I mean,
you came to toss.
Mwamba.
Tell him not to talk to me again, please. Yeah. Tell him not to talk to me again.
I'm not sure if the fans can hear that, but the referee is quite strong there, asking Impala to decide who the captain is, Oscar.
I think this is the difference between rugby and the other old-shaped ball. Once the referee establishes a relationship with the captain, there's trust and respect that is established there. And if there's an issue, then the captain can always give the feedback to the referee. I think one of the Impala players there just seems to have given his opinion to the referee. The referee not happy, but he's made his point there. The centre man, and to good effect.
Point and went back to apologize for that finger to the eye. Very good sportsmanship act there. 10-0 in the lead. And of course, Impala now offered an opportunity to try and claw back the deficit. They go down open side. The winger waiting, the winger offloading to Derek. Derek has been warned not to talk to the referee, but not warned not to dive over the try line.
It's a good try by Impala. Remember earlier I talked about Makia going to the edge there and then getting bundled into touch. I think it was Makumi went to the edge there and stepped back in. He didn't have to toss it back in, but as you see the toss there, there was good support coming in. And Kenyari really aware of that. Was it Makumi, that ball at the edge?
Makumi is still on the pitch. Yes, the conversion is successful from out wide. Matoka getting the extra 2. Impala 1 try away from taking the lead. That is 10 Mwamba, Impala 7.
That try should give them confidence as long as they keep the ball. Impala, that was one occasion when the ball went to the edge. They kept it back, kept it alive. They came back and then they got a scoring opportunity.
Yes, there's something you did raise a few minutes ago, talking about which Makia will probably come to the fore when he is required to come. Which Makia do you want to come out today?
Walter, any coach would want the good side of Makia, or any winger. He's a really good number 14, this Makia. Really talented player when he's on the ball. He does have his moments. It's easy to criticize players when they sometimes make errors, but he does also have his good moments for Impala. Hopefully, those good moments can be now. Unfortunately, they have to go back 10 here. I think Impala are in trouble here because there's another person talking to the referee. Yes, he's hard enough, referee. I agree with him. He did warn them to keep it down. But Nyangigi there seems to have given his opinion.
That is Gideon Makumi.
Sorry, Makumi. And now he's been sent to the naughty chair.
Yeah, they've given Mwamba an easy escape from their own half. An easy chance to execute 6v7. Scrum is set. Eugene Fitz going down the blind side, looking to take on Nyangige David. Steps, but he's taken care of there by the oncoming Nyangige and company. And that looks like a turnover. Tapped quickly. Matoka. Nyangige covers the rack. An easy rack, and the counter rack is successful. Knock on there. Impala not doing so well to take care.
I think Kinyari there was guilty of not loading that rack. He saw Nyangige then the rack struggling for strength. I know coaches talk about know your player. I think there Kinyari needed to apply some KYP there of his teammates. I think put some muscle in that rack, secure that ball, and then come out and play again. Derek.
Yes, scrum time. You can see Matoka taken and sort of bleeding.
The rack is coming here. I think Derek should have sort of held onto that there.
But they were isolated. They only had one man at the rack, and Mwamba had 3 individuals on their feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Perhaps Derek should have assisted there. It's good stepping here.
Impala did score fast in the second half, Oscar, so they need business this second half. They also need to score next if they are to have a say.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any panic here. I think there are 4 minutes to go. Mwamba seems to be conceding a good possession and penalties here. And Mwamba have the opportunity to... I think Impala have the opportunity here to play. Nyangige just being clever there. There's Makia. I told you, Makia, this is the Makia you want to see. Walter, he's a really good player on the attack. Makia, Timothy. And then he takes his risk. Oh, Makia, no. Oh.
That is a close one.
That is a close one.
That is the Makia you don't want inside the Makia you just wanted. And your picture there, full flight. Timothy, Makia, did he place it down? Did he walk over? No,
oh, he did score it. Let's be fair
simultaneous.
Let's be fair to Makia. He did score here.
He pushed it so close to the line.
I rate him highly, Timothy, when it comes to attack. Impala leading here. 14 points to 10. Just under 3 minutes to go. Matoka with the conversions. I think it was Makumi who did Matoka. Let's see where Impala will go here. Will they go deep and perhaps put pressure on Mwamba when they're playing deep, or will they come short here?
Well, they'll need to go deep so that they can be able to defend. And that is exactly what they choose to go deep. Let's look at the bounce.
The ball goes all the way dead, unfortunately. He should have angled it at least towards the touchline.
Yes, that's a free kick in favor of Mwamba. Mwamba now looking to score next. Eugene Ujiambo taps quickly. Impala have to go 10. Steve Sikuta passing it outside to the number 16 on the back.
That should be a turnover. That should be a turnover. Yeah, that should be a turnover. Yes, he did. Because he was a support tackler. Oh no, he didn't take it to the mark. Nyangige. I don't know why he's complaining about Nyangige. He seems to have complained about his kickoff as well. I don't think he should complain about this one. He has a penalty. Just needs to take his time and be patient in Nyangige. Remember, the referee has already warned them. And penalized Makumi. Just needs to be patient here. Nyangige was ahead of the mark. Slightly ahead. They choose to go for the line out. Remember, they got their last line out.
They choose to go for that line out because it's 1 minute left. They are in the lead, so they'll probably walk for 2 weeks to get to the line out position.
Yeah, perhaps not exactly 14 days, Walter, but maybe 14 seconds. They're taking the time in Impala as they should. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of line of defense here from Mwamba. It goes over the throw, overthrow. Mwamba have this one. Remember, Mwamba, I think, have qualified for the quarterfinals. They don't have decided to win this one. But I think a win they'll be one to secure their win here. You never know. Because Cabras already have 2 wins. If Impala has a win here,
The idea is to actually top the pool.
Correct.
And it must be part of the conversations within the Mwamba hierarchy or the coaching unit that they need to win this for them to, show the fact that that win against Cabras is something that will count.
Yes, of course, but they've done well, Mwamba, to be fair to them. They've done really well, Mwamba. Just something else in the racks here, what I did mention earlier to Elijah. Players seem to be sealing. That's going forward. And it's over. Impala win this one. Cabras beats, I beg your pardon, Mwamba beats Cabras. And then Impala beats Mwamba.
That means it's mathematics in that pool.
Yes, I think